Good morning, children. So today we shall discuss chapter 2. As in the previous class, we have already discussed chapter 8. Not chapter 8, sorry, chapter 3. So basically what we are doing is that we are revising in a sense so that you can prepare yourself for your half yearly examination. And at the same time, if any one of you have missed out if any of the classes earlier notes or did not understand properly, then this will help you to understand better. So page number 13. Okay, let us have a quick recapitulation of the previous discussion that we had while explaining. So basically this chapter tells us about map. First of all, number 1, what is a map, right? Page number 13, the very first sentence under the topic map, it's a drawing of the earth on a flat surface like paper, cardboard or wood, etc. And also the word map is derived from the Latin word mappo mundi, where mappo means a napkin and mundi means the world. So basically map is called the napkin of the world. So that's point number 1. We will just discuss the important point, not the whole chapter, okay, as because this is just revision. Next important we have is the limitations of a globe. A globe has got certain limitations in comparison to map. That is, globe occupies a lot of space. It is not easy to carry a globe from one place to another. It cannot show detailed information. And as a result, because of this limitations, map is drawn on a flat surface. And also map can all these limitations, the 3 shortcomings, it can be overcome by map, and if we can carry that easily, we can just fold it and put it in a pocket and carry it along with us. Now there is a book. Third point, there is a book which contains map, and that is called atlas. Another additional piece of information that you have in page number 14, on the right hand side there is a box which is being titled as do you know. The name Atlas has been given after Atlas, a giant in Greek mythology who held up the world on his shoulder. So even that is important, okay. We will just discuss the important point. Next we have different types of map, that is a political map, physical map, thematic map. What is political map? Political map is the one which shows the different continent, countries, states, cities, towns, etc. What do you mean by physical map? Physical map is that particular map which shows the mountain, rivers, plain, valleys, plateau, etc. And what about thematic map? They basically focus on the information of the region of that particular area, okay, in detail. You can say thematic map. Like for example, under thematic map we have again different subcategories of thematic map, that is rainfall map, population map and crops map. So some of the advantages of map is that there are 5 advantages. It helps us to understand the political boundary of the country. It also shows us, in detail the course of river, the flow of river, the direction of the roads, railways, waterways, airways. Also, it gives us about the information about rainfall, forest, mineral, crops, population, thematic map. It helps us to locate the hills, that is physical map, right? Hills, mountains, plateau, rivers. And the very most advantage of this maps is that it's portable. It's, you can carry it, as I told you, you can just fold it. It's very much handy and it can be carried easily with us wherever we go. Now map has got certain different language, the language that we speak. Map also has got a language through which they communicate to us, but that is not the language that we use. Their languages of map is that the symbols, the signs, in the colors in different map. Like one for small example, you can see page number 14. The picture of a globe. Now see, in some of the areas of the globe it's a little bit bluish in color, some places yellowish, some places you see green, and also some places which is you can say white but not exactly white, page number 14. So different colors. So this colors has also got a particular meaning. It is not just for the sake of coloring, that any color you like you can color it in the map or in the globe. No. So this is the language. Next we have directions. We know the 4 major direction everywhere. Now even in the room where I'm sitting, the room where you are sitting, there are 4 major direction: north, south, east, west. But this north, south, east, west also has got some sub directions like northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest. Next topic from this chapter which is important is about scale. Scale is basically the ratio between the map distance and the ground distance. Okay, that is called scale. Now, if a map does not have a scale, then that is not a map, it is just a sketch, a picture, a diagram, nothing as that. Now, if you want to understand what we mean by scale, go to page number 16. Right on top, right hand side, there is a figure of our map of our country. You see, it's very small. Okay, you just have to come closer to the book. There's a small box where it is written India direction, and it's written 0. It starts from a point 0. In between there is a, what is that, 360, and at the end there is 720. So that is called scale. So basically it is trying to tell us that 1 centimeter in a map means this much kilometer. Are you getting it? Now see, it starts from 0 and in between it comes 360, 720. So 1 centimeter is, now for example, if you draw a map, and it's not so easy to draw the entire, the size of our country, the area of our country, such a big map in a piece of paper. So what you will do, you will write, for example, 1 centimeter is equal to 100 kilometer. So that is possible, right? So whether supposingly if you have shown that for a distance from say Assam, just for example, say from Assam to which place, say Nagaland. Okay, say from a distance from Assam to Nagaland is 2 centimeter, which basically means 200 kilometer. Okay. Next, we have different signs and symbols, which I have already told you. Some of the important signs and symbols are there in page number 17. On top, in a green box, which sign, which symbol means what, you can refer to that. So I hope these are the most important points which you have already gone through. If not, you can mark that as I have discussed today and also in the previous class. Exercise we have already done, we have already discussed it earlier, right? So we are revising it again and after for the examination, so that you do your examinations well. Okay, and if you have any doubt, please you ask me during your clarification hours. See you then in the next class then. Study well everyone. God bless you.